What is good, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled and welcome to a brand new video, guys. Now, I technically speaking just woke up. I went to bed at like 6 in the morning last night, and I slept until 10 o'clock, so I slept for about 4 hours, and I woke up again, had some food, and I thought, hey, let's just go back to sleep again. No major news happening, and as I went to sleep, apparently everything happened, ladies and gentlemen. A last final Pokemon Sword and Shield trailer has dropped now. It is the final official trailer for the games, revealing some of the new Pokemon. Actually, some brand new stuff has been revealed in this, and I thought we'd take a look at it, break it down. It's actually a 2.49 minute trailer. It's a pretty long one, as you may notice. So this is going to be interesting to take a look at. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like down below, as per usual. Also, we'll probably do a stream later today. We'll see if we do that. We'll depends on. But I'm going to be going to the gym after I make this video. I'm going to be heading out to the gym. Going to get myself, like, just a little bit of working out done. Just get my body up and going, you know what I mean? Just get, like, the body and the blood flowing because, it's good for you. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with the trailer, shall we? Starting off right from the beginning. I've got the audio turned off for the actual trailer because usually they're very stingy about the audio being used and stuff, so it won't be, like, using that. Also, we'll be pausing a lot and that sort of stuff in between stuff happening. So if you want to watch the full trailer on your own, I'll link to this actual Cerebi post right here if you guys want to check it out. Shout out to Cerebi for, of course, being very much up and up on these things and actually, like, you're letting us know. So right here, we get several, like, frames, just quickly running through a bunch of the stuff. The frame there of, like, Motostoke actually shows you seemingly, like, right there. See, you can actually see a Charizard, like, on the back there. If we actually make this logic, see, like, a Gigantamax Charizard right in the back there, which is really interesting. So it's got a, you got, like, a Gigantamax Charizard in the background, which is pretty cool. We've got a bunch of, like, quick images showing off like, the different parts of the city. Here we have a tiny little Yamper being ran into in the overworld. And as you can see, the Pokemon are in the overworld outside of the wild area as well. So they're not just in the overworld, within the wild area. They're actually in the overworld in other areas as well. We get pictures of Alcremie, Morpeko, Weezing, Ponyta, Duraludon, Cramorant, whatever it's called. Oh boy, it's just running through images here. Now, actually, we have a brand new Pokemon revealed here, guys. So, Zigzagoon, Surfetch'd, Poltegeist, Eldegoss, and right there, ladies and gentlemen, we have what looks like to be an evolution for, what's it called again? I think it's the Galarian evolution for, and I always keep running past it. I keep trying to, like, pause out on it, but it just keeps running. There it is. So, seemingly, the Galarian evolution for, what's it called again? I think Yamask. I think it's from Yamask, but I might be wrong about that. Either way, so Corviknight is next up here. We've also got, like, a nice little trailer and images here showing the forest itself, like the forest that we, of course, kept watching in the trailer. Also, you seem to have, like, a bunch of like, I'm not sure if it's actual Impidimps or if it's just kind of like specters of Impidimps running around. Oh, there's actual Impidimps. A bunch of, like, trainer battles, like characters jumping in and just wanting to battle you. Nothing out of the ordinary, just general stuff we've seen before. Image of Pokemon running around, of course, Pokemon in the wild, in the open world area and the wild area. Both snow and different, like, environments. Of course, we've seen a lot of this stuff in the past, nothing too, brand new there. Seemingly a new mini-game right here where you try to, like, go as fast as you can with your bike, trying to get as many of these balloons popped. So, seems like a brand new feature, as far as I can tell. More images, Golisopod, Flygon, etc., Goodra, Sobble, kind of just chilling. And there's another Pokemon revealed, ladies and gentlemen. There's another Pokemon revealed. I think that looks like, seemingly, Galarian Mr. Mime, or a Galarian Mr. Mime evolution. It looks pretty cool, as per usual, I will say. Like, actually looks like a really cool design, I must say. Like, straight up looking fire. So, heads up on that one. Then we have a bunch of the expressions, which actually I'm really excited to see what this is going to be like within the game itself. When you can choose, like, different sort of, positions, different, like, expressions and that sort of stuff on your characters and put them, like, on your, on their characters, like, faces and stuff, and have them in your trainer cards, because the trainer cards would be really cool. I know, like, for me, my also my, like, number, my character's, like, like, jersey number is going to be 555, as per usual. You guys know, it's going to be 555 for me, and we've got a bit of a nice little overview here quickly of the map. You can see, like, right here after this, so it's, like, a little bit of a quick overview, seemingly showing the open world area right in the middle here. I think this is kind of, like, maybe going to be expanded around a little bit more. Maybe this is, like, before you've unlocked all of it, but I might be wrong. Maybe that is all of it. Quick frames of the characters and that sort of stuff. Team EL being shown off. Morpeko, Marnie, Beatty, etc. Chairman Rose, as per usual. Leon, and it's like a really cool frame there, and of course, somebody walking in. Oh, it's all the gym leaders, actually. It's all of them. Nice. I see. And they're only showing off they seemingly only showed off there the gym leaders that we know of already, so they are not showing off any brand new ones, seemingly. Here we have, seemingly a trainer within the actual gym, like within the gym for Alistair. It's one of the trainers from there, using a phantom or whatever. And then we got a few more quick shots of that. Mimikyu shots. We got, like, well, you know, Eldegoss and, whatchamacallit. I said Eldegoss earlier. It was Gossifleur earlier. This is Eldegoss. And it is Dreadnought, looking big and large and whatnot, like just huge. Roly-Coly dancing around. Gigantamax. Gigantamax Charizard, Gigantamax Meowth. All these guys Gigantamax right now, as you can see on the frame here. And Gigantamax Butterfree, as we've seen in the few, you know, shots before. You can also Dynamax your Pokemon. I love how they're doing this frame here, just showing off, like, the different amount of customization. Like, the customization in this game is the largest we've ever had. And just quick Dynamax shots of a bunch of Pokemon, as you can see right if we go back. They're just showing off a few Dynamax shots. I think we see right there Golisopod, Tyranitar, Gardevoir, Doublade, I think, or, yeah, I think so. And yeah, just showing off, like, you know, just you basically battling it through. And here we get to see a little interesting shot, seemingly a story-based shot, showing off like images here. See, these are some images that seemingly show off two brothers. I think maybe two brothers or two friends. One blonde and one like with brown hair. And I think they're fighting with a sword and a shield here against the calamity that is striking down. Seemingly a legendary, the final legendary in these games, striking down upon them. There's also like some sort of almost like an army in the back here, as you guys can see in this image right over here. Like an army there, and on top of that you got the sword and the shield about them here. I guess they're using that to fight off the calamity. So interesting things, I must say. Either way, we continue through here. We've got Leon, just a few more shots. We got Zacian, of course, with its massive sword. We got Zamazenta with its, you know, shield armor looking, you know, plate armor on its front, you know, popping through. And overall, bro, this is like, guys, overall, this is a great trailer, I must say. I'm a huge fan of, like, how the final trailer turned out. A little bit, like, you know, interesting, though, that they decided to release it now. I would have expected it to be a little bit more, you know, a little bit closer to the actual, you know, a little bit earlier than the actual release, because the release is so close now. But of course, we've got an image right here of, you know, the brand new, seemingly, Mr. Mime Galarian form, or Galarian Evolution, which looks great. I love this design. You know, but I do love this design, if I'm going to be honest. It is actually a really cool one, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use this in my team, though, but it is a cool design, though, nonetheless. And also, if you look at the background here, this is a camp that they've set up, seemingly in the colder area of the part, like, of the map, where, like, there's a bunch of snow and stuff. Because I don't think there's actually any snow and stuff in the wild area itself. I might be wrong, but I can't see anywhere on the map where the wild area actually does stretch, that it's actually, like, snowy and, like, you know, kind of like, you know, ice and cold and, like, you know, that sort of stuff. Like, I can't see seemingly that anywhere on the map. So I'm assuming, I'm making the assumption here that this is, like, that you can just make this camp a little bit everywhere. And that this camp has specifically been made in the colder area of the map where, like, I think one of the next gyms is, actually, one of the final gyms is. Assuming that's what that is. Then, of course, there is this thing right here, which looks, I mean, just amazing. It's seemingly like a bunch of runic symbols, like a serpent almost, you know, like old, like, you know, sea serpents or, like, you know, dragons or whatever, from, like, Viking and, you know, mythology. It's very common. Like, you actually do see these, like, literally here in Sweden. If you go outside, you can actually probably, like, I know a place which actually has these runes, like, just a normal park, which has one of these, like, runic, you know, stones that's just been left there from, you know, from the Viking days. And this thing, like, you know, it's got that kind of, like, shape to it, where it makes it look like a, you know, like a straight up, you know, serpent, like a, you know, like a sea serpent almost, which is a really cool design choice to go for. I've got to say, I'm really digging where they're going with that. Almost hinting, my opinion, like a little bit toward that like Nordic influence that was in the UK, or, like, you know, in the British, like, you know, that part, like, the, you know, well, in the UK itself, right, for a long time. And what I mean by that is, if you guys don't know the history of the UK, like, there was a time, you know, where when the Vikings finally, you know, kind of like in their eyes discovered the UK, right, they realized there was a lot there to, like, plunder, because they weren't ready for, like, the kind of quick and very, you know, berserker-like, you know, combat that the Vikings came with. They didn't realize how, you know, how very much, you know, they would just kind of come out of nowhere and just go at them. So, what, like, what ended up happening was that the Vikings actually struck through, and I think they even took over. They took over a lot of the UK and actually controlled all of the UK for a while, and even had their own Viking king, which I think, I'm not like sure if Canute was like the final one. Let me actually search up the final Viking king of England. Yeah, let's see, final Viking king of England. So let's see. So the greatest of these kings was King Canute, who was king of Denmark as well as of England. The final Viking invasion of England came in 1066 when Harada sailed up the river Humber and marched to Stamford Bridge, where his battle banner was called Land Waste. Let's see. England's Viking kings. Let's see. So who was the final one? Let me see. Reign. I think it might have been Hardy Canute. I think so. Might have been him. Or one of them. I think it was Canute, but I might be wrong. I'm not really too freshened up on my Viking history right now. But my point is this, though. Seemingly in a reference to, like, that. But also it could be a reference to, like, other runic symbols. I think maybe the Celts might have had some runes and stuff in there, like, that they might have been working around with. I'm not really too versed in, like, Celtic, mythology and stuff. Especially more history than anything, but I know Vikings though did have runes, and we see them all over the place here. I think even in Norway they're even more common, and in Denmark they're also very common, but I know in Sweden we also see them here, so very common things, you see them all over the place. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is the trailer, that is all that was in it. All the new Pokemon have been added to the list here, so if you guys don't want to be spoiled, like because of leaks and stuff, you can always check out, Cerebi, because they only really post about trailers and stuff that drop, and here we have some info, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a like down below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.